seeing you with multiple women, never having a conversation with you like, hey, you shouldn't be doing this. Or, hey, I don't want to see.
Well, I ain't going for it. My sis pulled my coat before because she saw me. I was out there beasting. She's like, "What you doing?" Like, you know what I mean? So I'll say my sister at least pulled my coat and was like, "Yeah, you kind of gotta kind of chill out."
Did you ever have somebody?
Not, but the dudes, no dudes, no. There's very few dudes that I know will be like,
For sure not.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? They just not. They ain't.
But I will be that for my sons. Like if I see my sons thinking it's cool to be out here, oh, I got this. Oh, I like, nah, bro, we not doing that over here.
To me, it's scary as hell. Mentioning children,
Yeah,
it's scary as hell because when you look at what the dating pool is like right now versus what it was when you was out there, it's like, damn, how are they gonna win? You don't even know what type of man to create them because you, right? It's like you want them to be savvy, but if you give them too much, they're gonna be out here beasting, making a lot of mistakes that we did, right? And you don't want that for them. You want, I'm sure you want something innocent, pure. You're hoping that they can meet that right one, but them in that pursuit for that right one might find the wrong one, and that girl is going to mess his world up and probably create a super villain.
That's the flaw of having a children with innocence. Still, you get what I'm saying? You have to. I want to say like dirty them up a little bit or make it a little bit more rugged because this world. I'm having an issue with my, one of my children now. Like he doesn't know how to separate certain things. Like I'll say like they had a fire drill at his school.
Okay.
And he was just so upset that people wouldn't stay online because now the new drills what they're teaching kids is how to prepare for if someone have an active shooter in the school.
Oh yeah. Because September's normally like fire prevention month.
Well, now just regardless, like the fire drills are for like school to perfect how to perform when there's an active shooter.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because there's so many threats.
That's crazy.
And he's so serious and genuine and wanted to really like learn and focus on it.
Yeah.
But everybody else is playing. It's hard to tell them it's okay because it's not okay.
Yeah.
But it's challenging, man. It's challenging out here. Bro.
Finding that balance, right? And one thing that I found is I had to expose my kids to things early because a lot of things I learned as a kid, I learned from the kids in school without context.
Yes.
Right? I learned about sex from school.
For sure. Me
right?
Too.
And I didn't know how to receive that. To me, it was like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like, and I didn't know what to do with that. Fortunately, I was able to stay away from it for quite a while. But had I not, or had the opportunity, or maybe it was just a little bit cooler when I was a kid, it probably would have worked out differently. And who knows? You know what I mean? Because the way that the kids teach you, it's like you were saying before, we kind of praise men for having multiple women. And we down them if they can't obtain multiple women.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
There's something wrong with you.
Yeah, exactly. Like, damn, dog, you got one shit. You ain't tired of that? Like, what you doing, bro? You whooped. You whooped.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah, she got you whooped. So it's just one of the things. And that's crazy. Like, you trying to do the right thing, what you were taught, and it kind of ruins you for the world.
She can't tell my ass to stay in the house. I'm going out. And I'm gonna talk to bitches.
And one thing that like with my situation, I told this story a lot, but my parents did just teach me the good, right? They and they showed me the example. Okay, you get married, you get a house, you have children, and you treat women well, sugar and spice, things that's nice, all that stuff. But then you do that, and you're like, oh, he corny, oh, he doing too much. That's what happens.
For sure.
And you get rejected and rejected and rejected. It was wild because how I learned how to deal with females was by mistake. I conducted an experiment, right? I was like, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go ahead and get like a bunch of females just for like analytical purposes. I'm just that type of dude. I'm an analytical guy.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm like, let me just get a lot of them so I could You know what I mean? So I just played the numbers game. I was running down on every female that was cute or better.
Yeah.
And the cold approach was cool back in the day because it wasn't social media. It didn't seem weird when you ran up on a joint and wanted to talk to them. If you just say, hey, what's up? Like, we practiced that. I would literally try to grab like 10 numbers a day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you get a bunch of them, and some of them is not going to be with it, but you start getting to the point where you realize which ones are going to take to you. Like you start learning choosing signals. So you're like, oh, I could get that. And then, you know what I mean? You get to like 80-90% success rate, at least with the number part of it. Then you get to the point where you're like, all right, let me see. How many of these females is actually going to bust it up with me? How many can I talk with? Blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, you start to engage and you do different things. Here was my problem. I had too many. So as a byproduct, I couldn't possibly pay the amount of attention to any one of those females. But the byproduct of that was it didn't repel them. It actually attracted them more.
Yeah.
That they had less of me. And I was like, wait.
He's so busy. That means he's doing something else. I want to make the time for him, or why he doesn't have time.
Yeah, ain't that crazy?
Yeah. Oh, man.
Ain't that crazy? So one of y'all really should have got me before I turned into that monster. Like I question if I ever would have really went through that phase. If let's just say when I was in my early phases and then didn't realize that I was getting rejected all crazy for trying to do the right thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I think if somebody probably would have spoke to me though, I think I would have listened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Not the particular people I was talking to.